drawing out of the same elements that the nature make transformations here. This is a difficult area. We are here in a great knight's hall of Castle Borl, Ankenstein. This is ancient castle that has grooved together with Europe. So you have to know how to deal with this wealth of opportunities that are there. It's incredible world that we all have but don't use it. We only sort of dabble in it. But to truly connect with these marvelous qualities that are in us, music and art is a great teacher. It is like, can you hear? It's like saying, waking up of, I'm here. Huh? And then immediately you have answer out of this heavenly, the most heavenly instrument, oboe. It is like stretching to the highest, and then comes back, and then again basement. Huh? And there is space in between. As you know, music always moves in many levels at the same time, and that is how a leader has to also lead our society in the future, namely to be able to have a big picture and to be able to attend to many areas of problems at the same time and turning them into opportunities. Musical instruments are human nature taken out of the human body. The winds are taken out of the head, and the drums are taken out of the guts. And then question. You will hear many questions in Beethoven concerto. If we have the ears to hear it, we must grow the ears to hear the questions. And then we have to learn to ask the questions out of the answers that are everywhere. That is what we work with managers and with leaders, to learn how to ask the questions. Now, we will consider a relationship between soloist, which has to do with leadership, and the orchestra group. What is the focus? You see, what the leader is doing here, I accompany them. I support them. This is called servant leadership. It's not leader always saying what to do. It is supporting. They have something to say. Yeah. This would be nature. This is what nature drives do in human nature. It drives you to the top, to the end. You want to get to the very end of the experience of the night. Now, what Beethoven does, he turns Buddhist, suddenly. He does what the Chinese call Tao. When you arrive to the high point, you perform productive resignation, produktive Resignationskraft, which means when you want the most something that you came just there, you let go and the world changes instantly. If we were masters of this gesture, humanity, I tell you, this is called sustainability. Do you get it? This is so powerful. The non-power is the greatest power. Think of Mahatma Gandhi. He was working with that kind of power. That's why everything turned around. Socrates, after long life, he said, now I know that I don't know. You know this very heavy sentence. Are you aware of it? It's not just an abstract knowledge. It is a deep knowledge of realizing that there is so much trash in our heads, so much information, especially now in the age of computer, that especially if you hear music like this, we say, oh, this is old music. Old music. No, it's not old music. If you really want to know what's all there, it is amazing what an organism, what a living organism such a concerto is. And we will try today together to lead you into this organism, to discover in it something that we all share. This happens many times in life, that we find ourselves just being there and say, what's all about? Huh? What's all about? So we find ourselves on the shore of the ocean of the world. And then we may just stay there and eat, sleep, and drink, and not think about anything, and just, live boring, normal lives. Many do. Too bad. This is a very important leadership capacity, to know how to guide your group of people through crisis. Because crisis is the only thing that we can really work with so that we get to something real. Otherwise, it's illusionary. Do you get it? Yeah, I want you to hear how the pause screams. All this fire we have if we want to do something. So all these things that are in us, it's part of the cosmic totality. And music is a fantastic key to unlock that. Why? Because many of you here are also managers, business people. Isn't it? After this enormous volcano eruption of human will, of fire, suddenly there is what we call walking across the abyss on the rope. Can you feel how the legs are trembling? If you can hear these qualities, which are each of them world for itself, then you can hear your people as a leader in a very different way. After you are uncertain about yourself and life, what do you try? You try to get some answers, to get somewhere. So the next thing is striving. And this, my dear friends, these are one of those moments in life of music when one can say it is worth living for. This is the most precious of the vinyl literature. And you know what it is? Can you hear that this is a question? Again, beginning and the end. This first part is called exposition. It is related to the early part of human life. This is called development, but what it really is personal. It's midlife crisis, yes? Recapitulation is maturity. When we mature in life and we can really create space for new things, then comes the final stage, which is the most important. This final stage is called coda. Coda is meaning of the meaning. It is the utmost, the final, one could say, absolute uniqueness that one can achieve in life. You can look in the history who achieved coda in their lives. We all know them. We know their names. Back to the origin, when we recognize ourselves who we are. What do you have here? You have roots, you have leaves, you have flowers, you have seeds for the next generation. So you have music evolving out of the same elements of the nature. And that is why we must connect science, ecology and art and business in order to get out of these problems, because never they can do it on their own. For 14 years, we have been discovering techniques and methods how to refine and how to innovate leadership that one could really call European style of leadership. That is why this castle is destined to become a home of development of the road towards European identity.